Everything begins with a desire, a vision, a thought that whispers, "There's more for me than this. There's something I want to experience, something I want to become, something I want to create." But here is where the paradox begins. The very act of wanting can be the force that blocks the having. Wanting is not neutral. Wanting is a vibration, and beneath it, the frequency is not abundance, not wholeness, not fulfillment. It is lack. Every time you say, "I want this," what the universe hears is, "I do not yet have it." And reality, being nothing more than a faithful mirror, reflects that absence back to you again and again. This is the invisible trap most people never see. They chase after their dreams with everything they have, pouring in more effort, more struggle, more longing, believing that if they just want it enough, if they push hard enough, reality will finally bend. But chasing is a declaration of distance. The more you chase, the further away it seems. Think of it like this. Chasing is like running after your reflection in the mirror, hoping one day you'll finally catch it. The more you reach, the more it recedes, because you've mistaken the reflection for the source. And so many live like this, trapped in an endless pursuit, running, striving, exhausting themselves, mistaking motion for progress. But all they are really doing is rehearsing the frequency of not having. This is why some people chase money and never seem to have enough. Why some chase love and only find emptiness. Why some chase success but feel perpetually unfulfilled. They are running with open hands, but their energy is clenched in lack. It's like trying to hold smoke. Imagine reaching out, trying to grasp it, to trap it, to make it stay. The harder you grab, the faster it slips away. The more desperate your fingers become, the less you hold. And yet, if you open your hand, if you let go, the smoke can rest gently in your palm. It was never meant to be caught. It was meant to be received. This is the paradox. The moment you stop chasing, the moment you release the grip of wanting, space opens. And in that space, attraction begins. Because attraction is not about pulling something toward you. Attraction is about collapsing the illusion of distance. It is about stepping into the vibration of already having. When you embody the state of the one who already holds what you once longed for, reality has no choice but to align. The mirror shifts, the reflection changes. This is why chasing never works. It is fueled by the belief of separation. But attracting, alignment, embodiment, these collapse the gap between desire and reality. They dissolve the illusion that you must wait, or prove yourself worthy, or earn what is already yours. So as we begin, I want you to recognize this simple truth. The reason you have felt blocked, the reason things have slipped through your fingers, is not because you are unworthy. It's not because life is unfair. It's not because you haven't worked hard enough. It is because you've been chasing smoke instead of becoming the fire. And in the next hour, I'm going to show you how to reverse this paradox. How to stop running after your dreams and start collapsing them into your reality. How to step out of the frequency of lack and into the frequency of already having. Because this is the shift that changes everything. We live in a field, an invisible ocean of energy that surrounds you, flows through you, and responds to you. Some call it consciousness, some call it the universe, some call it God. But whatever name you give it, the truth remains. This field does not respond to your wishes, or your words, or your desperate desires. It responds to your state. This is the observer effect, a principle born from quantum physics, but written in every mystical text across history. The act of observing reality does not leave reality untouched. Your state of being, the frequency you carry in this moment, shapes what you see, what you experience, and what you receive. This is why so many people live confused, frustrated, even heartbroken. They think, but I wanted it. I dreamed of it. I prayed for it. I visualized it. Why didn't it come? And the answer is not that the universe ignored them. It is that their desire was out of tune with their identity. You see, frequency is not about what you hope for. Frequency is about what you are. It is not intention alone that creates. It is embodiment, not the thought of wealth, but the consciousness of wealth, not the dream of love, but the state of being love. This is why two people can set the same intention, yet receive completely different outcomes. One is aligned, the other is not. One has shifted their inner state, while the other is still clinging to the vibration of lack, fear, or doubt. Think of the story of the lottery winners. Millions of dollars arrive suddenly, yet within a few years, almost all of it is gone. Why? Because the money changed their circumstances, but it did not change their state. They received abundance externally, but inside, they still carried poverty. Their identity was not aligned with their new reality, so their new reality collapsed back into their old identity. This is not failure. This is law. The law of resonance. You cannot hold what you are not. Reality will always match your dominant frequency, not your fleeting desires. So the true work is not in chasing what you want. It is in becoming the one who already has it. If you desire wealth, it is not enough to want money. You must tune into the frequency of wealth itself. To think, to act, to breathe as someone who already lives in overflow. If you desire love, it is not enough to long for another person's affection. You must embody love as a state of being, radiating the energy of connection, kindness, and worthiness. The field does not respond to desperation. The field does not respond to waiting. The field responds to alignment. And alignment is not performance. It is not pretending. It is not forcing affirmations over the voice of your doubt. Alignment is the deep inner shift from seeking to being. It is when you stop reaching outward and instead recognize, this is already who I am. This is already the frequency I carry. Reality only has to reflect it back. The paradox begins to unravel here, because once you understand that the field is not withholding from you, you see clearly you have never been waiting for reality. Reality has been waiting for you, waiting for your frequency to match the vision you've been asking for, waiting for you to remember that your state is the key. So pause for a moment and ask yourself, what frequency am I living in? Not what am I dreaming of? Not what am I visualizing? But what am I embodying in my daily state? Do I walk with the energy of lack or the energy of abundance? Do I speak as if I am still chasing or as if I am already complete? Because the field is listening and it will never fail to mirror you. Desire is a beautiful spark. It points you toward expansion, toward the next chapter of your becoming. But when desire turns into chasing, it secretly carries a vibration that says, I don't have it yet. I'm not there yet. I'm incomplete without it. This is the paradox of desire. The moment it is framed as wanting, it vibrates as lack. And the field, always faithful, always precise, reflects that lack right back to you. Think about the times you've wanted something so badly, it consumed your every thought. You couldn't stop imagining it, talking about it, praying for it, pushing toward it, and yet the harder you reached, the further it seemed to slip away. That is because the frequency beneath your desire was not wholeness, it was incompleteness. So the great shift is this, learning to let go. But hear this carefully. Letting go does not mean apathy. It does not mean lowering your standards or abandoning your dreams. Letting go is not giving up. Letting go is releasing the grip of lack. It is loosening the clenched fist of desperation and opening into trust. Apathy says, I don't care if it happens or not. But alignment says, I know it is already mine in essence. I don't need to chase it, because I am already the one who holds it. Do you feel the difference? One collapses possibility, the other expands it. When you let go, You're not discarding your vision, you're stepping into it. You're no longer staring at the horizon of someday. You are embodying the vibration of already, and the field mirrors that state with startling speed and precision. So how do you dissolve the chase? In practical terms, by shifting your daily state from wanting to embodying. If you want wealth, stop broadcasting the frequency of needing money. Begin living, thinking, and acting as someone who already embodies abundance. This doesn't mean reckless spending. It means carrying yourself with the energy of overflow, gratitude for what you already hold, confidence that more will flow, decisions made not from fear, but from expansion. If you want love, stop radiating loneliness. Stop chasing after affection, as though it will complete you. Embody love first. Seek with kindness. Radiate warmth. Honor yourself as someone already worthy of the deepest connection. When you become love, love finds you effortlessly. If you want success, stop obsessing over the gap between where you are and where you dream to be. Begin walking as the version of yourself who is already living that reality. What would that person's daily rituals look like? How would they carry themselves? What energy would they broadcast into the room? Embody that and watch as reality rearranges to meet you. Because the truth is simple. You cannot chase your way into alignment. You can only become your way into it. The chase ends when you stop acting as the one who is missing something and start living as the one who already has it. This is the moment the paradox dissolves. Now that you understand the paradox, now that you see why chasing keeps you stuck and why alignment brings you closer, the question becomes, how do I live this? How do I practice it? Not just know it, because knowledge alone does not shift your frequency. Embodiment does, and embodiment is not a one-time decision. It is the weaving of small, consistent actions, micro habits of alignment that tune your state, moment by moment, into the frequency of the reality you want to live in. Think of it like tuning an instrument. If a violin is even slightly out of tune, every note it plays will sound distorted. The same is true for you. If your state is slightly misaligned, if you wake up in worry or rush into the day with doubt, everything you play into the field will carry that dissonance. But when you fine-tune your vibration through small intentional practices, every note of your life begins to harmonize with your vision. So let's talk about 3 simple, powerful ways to embody alignment. 1. Micro habits of alignment. These are not grand gestures or overnight transformations. They are small, daily shifts that train your body and mind to live as the future you now. For example, instead of saying, "One day I'll be wealthy," ask yourself each morning, what decision would the abundant version of me make today? And then take one action in that direction. Maybe it's saving a small amount, maybe it's investing in your growth, maybe it's carrying yourself with greater confidence. The size of the action doesn't matter. What matters is that you practice the state of abundance in your daily life. If you desire love, your micro habit may be practicing self-appreciation, speaking to yourself kindly in the mirror, carrying yourself with dignity, treating yourself as someone who deserves deep respect. If you want success, your micro habit may be structuring your day as though your vision is already real, showing up with discipline, clarity, and purpose. Each small act is a declaration. This is already who I am. 2. Visualization as memory of the future. Most people visualize as if they are dreaming of something far away, but visualization is not fantasy. It is rehearsal. It is memory of what is to come. When you close your eyes and see yourself living the life you long for, don't place it in the distance. Place it in the now. Feel it in your body. Taste it. Smell it. Breathe as if you are already inside that reality. The mind does not distinguish between a vividly imagined state and a lived experience. So when you practice this deeply, You are not tricking yourself. You are training yourself. You are encoding your nervous system with the frequency of the future you've chosen. And if you hold that vision consistently, reality must bend to meet it, because the field has no choice but to reflect what you embody. 3. The morning embodiment ritual. This is where you set the tone for everything. Each morning, before the noise of the world enters, take 10 minutes for alignment. Sit in silence. Breathe deeply. Ask yourself, what frequency do I choose to embody today? If it's abundance, feel it. If it's love, embody it. If it's peace, radiate it. Then, visualize one specific scene from your future, as if it is happening right now. Don't imagine it vaguely. Experience it. Walk into the room. Hear the voices. Feel the environment. Touch the detail. Then, when you open your eyes, carry that frequency with you into your day. When you do this consistently, you stop living as someone who is waiting. You begin living as someone who already is. And here is the secret. Repetition locks it in. Every morning you practice, you are reprogramming your subconscious, teaching it a new identity. After enough repetition, this frequency is no longer something you reach for. It becomes your natural state. And when it becomes your natural state, reality has no choice but to meet you there. This is embodiment. Not hoping, not wishing, but becoming. And once you become, reality collapses into alignment. Now we arrive at the most challenging part of this journey. Not the vision, not the desire, not even the embodiment, but the resistance. Because every time you begin to align with a new identity, your ego resists. Not because it wants to sabotage you, but because it has been programmed to protect you. The ego is the keeper of the familiar. It believes safety lives in repetition. It clings to the old frequency because it knows it. And anything unknown, even abundance, even freedom, even love, is interpreted as a threat. This is why, when you first step into alignment, doubt rises like a storm. That whisper, "This is too good to be true." That thought, "What if I fail again?" That heaviness, "Nothing ever changes for me." This is not a sign that you are doing it wrong. It is a sign that you are shifting. Doubt is not failure. Doubt is simply slipping back into the old frequency, the familiar self you are leaving behind. Imagine it like gravity. Every time a rocket lifts off, the pull of Earth resists. Not because the rocket is weak, but because gravity is strong. The same is true for you. When you rise into a higher frequency, the pull of the old identity tugs at you. The question is, will you interpret that resistance as a stop sign or as proof that you are ascending? So here is the practice. Integration. Integration means you don't fight the ego. You don't shame it. You don't force it away. Instead, you meet it with awareness. When fear whispers, you breathe into it. When doubt arises, you notice it without fusing with it. You remind yourself, this is not truth. This is memory. This is the voice of an old state that no longer defines me. And then you choose again. Not from force, from presence, from embodiment. To make this real, I invite you into a 7-day attunement experiment. For the next 7 days, choose one version of yourself you want to embody. Perhaps it's the abundant you, the peaceful you, the self-assured you. Each morning, enter into that frequency through visualization, breath, and micro-actions. And each evening, reflect, did I live from that state today? Where did I slip back? How can I choose again tomorrow? Do not expect perfection. Expect resistance. Expect doubt. But also expect subtle miracles. Expect synchronicities. Expect small shifts in how people treat you, how opportunities show up, how time bends in your favor. Because in just 7 days of consistent alignment, your nervous system begins to loosen its grip on the old identity. The ego realizes this new frequency is safe, and once the ego relaxes, embodiment becomes natural. This is integration, moving through resistance with awareness, until what once felt foreign becomes familiar, until the life you once longed for feels like home. And now, as we close this journey together, let me leave you with the truth that changes everything. Stop chasing, become. Stop running toward your desires as if they are far away. They are not. They are here. They are now. They are waiting in the field of infinite possibility, waiting for you to tune in, to embody, to collapse them into form. You don't manifest by pleading with the universe. You don't manifest by repeating words without feeling. You manifest by becoming. You manifest by choosing, right now, to live as the version of yourself who already holds what you long for. Every desire is already a reality existing in the quantum field. The only question is, will you tune to it? Will you allow it to meet you? Will you embody the frequency of the one who already lives there? Because the moment you do, the universe cannot resist you. It cannot delay. It must reflect back who you are being, not who you wish to be, not who you hope to become, who you. So I ask you, as you take this with you, what reality will you collapse tonight? Which frequency will you live in tomorrow morning? Who will you choose to be when no one is watching? Let this message imprint itself in your being. You are not chasing anything. You are not waiting for timing. You are collapsing reality through your state here, now. And if doubt returns, if fear whispers, remember, those voices belong to the old frequency. You are no longer there. You are no longer bound. You are free to choose again. So breathe deeply. Feel your future in your body. Stand taller. Sift into it. Move as though you already live inside the reality you desire. Because the moment you embody it, it becomes inevitable. You are the universe in human form, and the universe does not ask permission. It simply is. So embody, collapse, become. This is your final blessing. May your mornings begin in alignment. May your days flow with coherence. May your nights be filled with gratitude for a reality already yours. And may you never again forget who you truly are. The observer, the chooser, the one who collapses worlds with every thought, every feeling, every breath. This is not the end. This is your beginning. If this message spoke to you, if it stirred something deep within, then you are part of this frequency. Stay in this resonance with us. Subscribe. Join this community of conscious creators. And if you want to go deeper, download the free workbook linked below. It's designed to guide you through these practices day by day, so you don't just understand, you embody. Because you are not here by accident. You did not stumble on this video by chance. The field brought you here as confirmation you are ready. So stop chasing. Become. Tune in. Collapse your reality. The rest is already done.